Bringing the dead to speak. No mean task, but not impossible. For bones and teeth deliver important data, a great opportunity to unravel archaeological mysteries using modern scientific methods. The two doctoral students, Karimnia and Marcus Stecher, are on their way to the osteolab of the University of Mainz. They recap on their recent findings in connection with the multiple burial site in Salzmünde. The results achieved so far tend to confirm some sort of special death ritual. Is it possible, though, to completely rule out a crime or an accident? The Mainz researchers, led by Professor Kurt Alt, are in the laboratory trying to find the answer to this question with the aid of forensic methods. The young researchers examine every single bone for possible clues. An anatomic puzzle has to be put together. Is the skeleton complete, or are some parts missing? How old and how tall was he or she? The pelvis, muscle bases on the skull, the shape of the chin and other features provide clues. The first thing that comes to eye is this constellation of women and children. We're certain there are no males in the grave. No child is more than 4 years old. One child was probably not yet born. Besides being involved with the solving of crimes, forensic science also deals with the question of identification. The methods can also be applied to cases going a long way back in time. The potential of modern interdisciplinary research is revealed. Suddenly, individual destinies loom out of the past. The trained eye quickly notices the first abnormalities. Appositions on the thigh bone, indication of a large inflammation. Structures and anomalies are scrutinized using the naked eye, magnifying glass and handheld camera. Here a healed broken rib, there a skull with traces of burning, another with a so-called hole defect, decay on some of the teeth. Then something special. Marcus Stecher finds a 5-centimeter hole in one of the children's skulls, obviously caused by blunt force. He compares the wound with similar traces on the other skulls. Fracture patterns provide indications of type and time of acts of violence. Examination of the fracture line shows the wounds were perimortal, which means caused around the time of death. But by what means? Searching for clues in the regional museum. Here, it's possible to view numerous relics from the New Stone Age. Could one of these have been the murder weapon? Marcus Stecher distinguishes the different types of wound. The fracture patterns on the Salzmünde skull do not stem from a stone axe. The murder weapon must have been a blunt instrument, some sort of club perhaps. It's not really possible to say. Indeed, was it a crime at all? There's a blunt head injury that led to a defect of 5 centimeters. However, that could also have been caused by something having been dropped onto their head. It's not yet possible to say the people died because their village was attacked. But what about the traces of burning? Marcus Stecher determines the degree of burning on the bone. Burn marks can only be found on the adults and only on those parts of the skeleton which have only a slight covering of flesh, like the skull, the spine and the joints. An important clue. What personally leads me not to believe in accidental death caused by fire is that the bodies were possibly not put into the grave all at the same time. It looks more like there must have been 2 or 3 events. It was not simultaneous. New aspects surrounding the happenings in Salzmünde. Is any solution to the puzzle in sight?